first night you actually slept on the sidewalk was how long ago?
3 years ago. Man, it hurt.
Did you say to yourself, what am I doing?
No, I know what I was
You knew what you were doing. Hi there, it's John Hawkins again from People We See, City Employees Club. And today I'm here at 5th and Stanford. And I have Aaron Milsaps with me. So Aaron, I'm just going to ask you some questions, and we're just going to kind of explore what happened and how you ended up here in downtown LA on the street.
Well, I'm originally from North Carolina. I came here in '89. Went to DMV and I met my wife.
You met your wife at the DMV?
Yes, in '89. We've been together ever since up until about 26 years. Until she put me out 3 years ago.
3 years ago, you were kicked out.
Well, during that time, during our marriage, I used drugs and so forth.
When you say drugs, we're talking alcohol, hard drugs, crack cocaine, okay, and then meth?
Yes.
And meth, okay.
Changed to meth. I can't stand crack cocaine right now.
Really?
Yeah, I just hate the smell of it.
Okay.
I can't stand it. Been down here 3 years, haven't touched none of it.
Good. For the last how many years?
3.
3 years, okay, so once you got kicked out, you were like, I'm done, this is it.
Yeah, and it was prior to me getting kicked out. It was probably about 3-4 months before that.
Okay.
But during my recovery, though, I cut my thumb off. That happened at Dream Center. I got some extra hours. And I was attempting to make something in the gym, cut my thumb off. And I got $62,000 from that. And then we went to Vegas. My son performed in Vegas for 3TB.
Say that again?
3TB.
What's that?
3 times better. He's a rapper, so.
No way. And so he was performing, so you got kicked out, you went immediately to Vegas?
No, before I got kicked out, we went to Vegas. Then after the Vegas trip, after I spent the money, basically.
So you kind of got yourself in trouble?
Yes.
Okay.
But my wife was pretty upset about that. She was upset that I didn't give her a dime.
This was...
I gave her like $5,000.
Okay. Then you went to Vegas.
Then we went to Vegas on the last little bit and came back pretty much penniless.
Yeah.
But,
all that gone.
All that $62,000. It's easy to spend $62,000. It's
in
nothing.
Vegas, yeah. Especially Vegas.
No,
but just in general then, huh?
Yeah, just in general.
Yeah.
Just in general. Well, a lot of it was spent down here, not on drugs and nothing like that. But it was on helping people out. They would ask me for something, I did it. They wouldn't even know why I would do it. Yeah. And I would do that. And never knowing that I would end up down here.
Right. So that you came back from Vegas, then you got kicked out. What are the steps that someone goes through to actually end up on the sidewalk, living and sleeping and eating?
Well, I went into the missions.
The LA mission or
the LA mission.
Okay.
They was very, very kind. Stayed there. There's just so many people, and the smell just got to me. I just keep that off outside. So I came out here. More dangerous, but you don't have the rules. A lot of people have problems with rules, and some rules don't make no sense, but they're there for a reason.
Right.
And I figured I'd just do it on my own.
Yeah.
Just started building my own little hood and everything.
You were telling me earlier you fix Bluetooth, you fix electronics.
Yes.
So you have kind of a little shop over there.
Yes. I do that for the people here on Skid Row.
Okay.
I just basically take donations. But a lot of them just want to pay in drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah. The first night you actually slept on the sidewalk was how long ago?
3 years ago.
So that was, so all up until you're in your 50s, because you're 58, you said?
Man, it hurt.
Yeah.
My back ached.
Really?
Yes. It ached, man.
Did you say to yourself, what am I doing?
No, I knew what I was doing.
You knew what you were doing.
Yes, I had no choice at the time.
And where were you physically in LA that first night? Was it down here?
Skid Row. Crocker Street.
Oh, Crocker, just a couple streets over. Okay. So 3 years, you've kind of acclimated yourself to the point where you're actually running a small business over here.
Yeah,
You
but it's
figured-
by donations only.
By donations only. And you figured out how to get food and how to survive.
Yes.
But your goal is to get out of here
Get out of here and be able to help someone else.
and help someone else. And time frame, like at what point? You're working now. You told me earlier you're working for Verizon.
Yeah, I've been on the job ever since I got hired. I've been going through this divorce.
Okay.
A month before she put me out. And, man, I haven't went to work yet, and she's supposed to be going to work this month. So things are looking up.
How do you get to work?
Well, the boss man's going to have someone pick me up.
Really?
Yes.
So this
I'll be traveling.
so this boss here he's helping you out. He's making accommodations to help you. That's pretty cool. I mean, most companies wouldn't take the time to go pick up an employee.
No.
No, that's pretty awesome. And then for Verizon, what exactly do you do? Is it sales?
So it's installing fiber optics.
So give me a time frame. Like, how much longer can you take living on the street?
You know what? We can take it. Just the fact that I'm ready to get off the street.
Right now.
Right now.
You're ready.
And I'm supposed to be going this week.
But you're close.
I'm close.
You're short. You graduated high school. What was the name of the high school again?
North Idell High School.
And then you went to college for about a year. Your community college, but then you dropped out. Your mom was sick. She ended up passing away.
Didn't tell me about it.
Didn't tell me. Probably because she didn't want you guys to worry. When you went to college, were you thinking, I want to be this?
Yes, I went for electronics.
Oh,
That's what I wanted to do.
electronics.
Yes.
So you've always been into electronics.
Yes.
Okay.
And went on into computers.
In computers. Were you in the military? What branch did you serve? Army. How many years were you in? 2 years. And
Got dishonorable.
dishonorable. How old were you when you joined? So you dropped out of college, then you joined the Army. Were you forced to join the Army? No, you did on your own will. And this would have been in what year? 81 and 82. So, 2 years in the Army, what was your specialty? What was your job in the Army?
Diesels.
Really?
Driving diesel trucks.
Oh, driving, not fixing.
Fixing them too.
Fixing them too. Okay.
I was a diesel mechanic before I went into it.
Okay. How did you get a dishonorable discharge? What happened?
Well, I actually took somebody through the wall.
You lose wallet?
Somebody wall.
Somebody. You stole a wallet.
Yes.
And you got busted.
Did my time.
Did you go to prison in the Army, or did they oh, you did? Oh man, that sucks. So not only did you have to do some time in the Army, but then they gave you a dishonorable discharge. Okay. All right. Do you regret that?
I do. I never should have did that. I learned a good lesson. I learned a lesson. How important integrity is.
Right. Let's talk about advice for other people. In particular, the kids that were probably your age, 19 years old, going to college. And what advice would you give for them?
My advice to them would be, you gotta get a power greater than yourself. Because self-will would run you who knows where. If you think about drugs, I'm gonna tell you, I've been there, done that. It's not the way to go.
Okay. Drugs is an easy way to end up having to live on the street.
Definitely. Because you don't want to do nothing, don't want to pay rent, you don't want to do none of that. Some of us is functional addicts. Some of us can get up in the morning and do exactly what we need to do. Yeah. Such as myself.
Right.
At that time I was functional.
What advice would you give to parents who have little children? Let's say 7 years old. Remember, you told me at 7 you started drinking. Keep them active in
Sports or something.
Okay.
Something like that.
Did that happen to you? You became inactive or detached from? Because you told me earlier that you started drinking at 7, and that was the home brew.
Yeah, my father.
Your dad made the home brew.
He cast it out. I liked it.
And you,
I freaking liked it. It's the sweetest thing I knew. So up until 19, I was a drinker.
yeah. And then 19, it switched from alcohol to drugs, and that was crack cocaine. And then at some point, how did the methamphetamine enter the picture?
I couldn't get to the crack. Couldn't get to the crack, so changed over.
Wow. What is your advice for everyday people? People that are going to watch this, that are going to work every day, they got family, they got kids, they're doing their thing. You sort of have an insight into a whole nother world, and you can actually give other people advice, or you can tell them something that might make their life a little better. What would you tell these people? Let's just say there's an audience listening right now. What advice would you give them for everyday living?
Well, not to judge the book by its cover.
Okay.
Because you don't know what's going on in someone's life or what happened. You could be the very person to snap them out or something. You know?
Right.
It's just about the words that you say. Just keep God first. I'm telling you. A lot of people say God this, God that. But I don't know what He is to you. I know what He is to me. I know what He's done for me. So, yeah, I got a baby.
That's perfect. Perfect. Okay. Thank you very much, Aaron. Appreciate it. And this is, again, John Hawkins. Thank you for listening. And let's go see if we can find Bruce.